When someone is viewed as other, there is less likely to be empathy. In order to bring about genuine change, we need genuine empathy. Chaos or community, Dr. King asked in his book. Our only healthy choice is to build a bigger tent, a larger circle of care, a more inclusive sense of community. Focused dialogue is the tool of choice for that community building. When we don't know the stories of those at the bottom of the hierarchy, our knowledge is incomplete, not just because we don't know the stories of those at the bottom. It's incomplete because if we don't know the stories at the bottom, we can't truly know the stories of those at the top, because the stories are linked. We have to fill in those knowledge gaps because if we don't know those stories, we don't understand what those affected are talking about. And without that knowledge, you can't have empathy. And without empathy, you're not likely to take constructive action. Some people believe that talking about race will make things worse, that those who bring it up are playing the race card, creating problems where otherwise there would be none. Silencing the conversation, however, is just another way to maintain the status quo. You can't solve a problem without talking about it. Learning how to have this dialogue is a necessary part of moving forward as a healthy society. And it is of particular importance that white people who want to see social change learn how to have the conversation, not just with people of color, but with their white peers as well. We are at an important historical moment with regard to our nation's legacy of dealing with race. It is a moment that contains both dangers and opportunities. We can allow the forces leading to greater segregation to drive us further apart as a nation, or we can use our leadership as active citizens to engage one another in the work of building community across lines of difference. As Dr. King said, racial understanding is not something that we find, but something that we must create. Are we creating it? We could be. Dr. King ended his book, Where Do We Go From Here, with these words. He wrote, "We still have a choice today, nonviolent coexistence or violent co-annihilation. But," he warned, "this may well be mankind's last chance to choose between chaos and community. If we don't want chaos, we must choose community. We must choose to listen, even to the stories that are hard to hear, and close the empathy gap, working for lasting change so we can all enjoy the fruits of our democracy as a united community together."